I'm going to demonstrate a method of increasing left rotation in the cervical region. It's one method of many, and you can choose to use it or not. We'll divide our effort into the craniovertebral region and the mid-cervical region. You can choose which region you want to use. You can do both, or using your differential testing of mid-cervical spine rotation and upper cervical spine rotation, you could choose the one that's blocked the most. So here we're talking about left rotation of the head in space. The craniovertebral region is going to be rotated by holding cervical 2 still while I move the skull and cervical 0 or cervical 1 into a left rotation. I'm going to butt this portion of my hand against the ala of cervical 2. That's the one with the big spinous process, so poof, in it goes. I'm going to scoop up cervical 0 or the skull and cervical 1 with my left hand. I'm going to impose a little bit of side bending right around an axis here, and then I'm going to hold my the cervical 2 still with my pressure of my right hand going toward the left. I'm going to impose a side bending around this axis here, and I'm going to scoop and roll like that. So let's say that I want to do mid-cervical spine. Again, lots of ways to improve rotation. A way that is technically fairly easy, not easy, but fairly easy, is to facilitate a forward flexion on the right side to enhance spinning toward the left. What your hands tell you in terms of what's blocked should dictate what you choose, eventually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cradle everything that I want to move from the skull to the cranial vertebra of the mobile segment that I'm interested in. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to try to move cervical 3 on 4 into left rotation. So I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to cradle the person. I'm going to impose some side bending with an axis right around the level that I'm interested in rotating. So I'm going to shift into side bending, and if it still feels kind of loose, I'm going to translate my hands over this way to tighten up a little more. And what's going to happen is I'm going to lift with my right hand by bending my elbow. So I'm going to lift like that, okay? So what's going to happen is this area here is going to hook under the cranial aspect of the mobile segment that you're interested in moving, and it's going to lift this up and forward, up and forward, up and forward. Side bend, shift, lift, lift. So give that a try. I hope it works for you.